Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. So I picked up this Notpolish lamp, and it's super sturdy, super heavy, super sexy. It detaches right here. It turns on for 60 seconds. It's for flash curing if you're doing gems or press-on nails. You can hold it in your hand and cure, or you can leave it on a stand and cure. And again, it's really heavy. So I just have in this video a Temu unboxing. I didn't show you unboxing the Notpolish stuff, but I will show you what I got, and then I'm going to be swatching some chisels for you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for joining me. And so yeah, you just have to tap this. You can use the button to turn it on, or just tap it with your hand like you saw me doing. So in my recent Notpolish order, I picked up some colors that I've been wanting just because I don't have them on my shelf. A bright orange. This is called Last Love. I ordered their duo, which is their gel and lacquer combo. Same with this one, which is called Lip Talk, which is a really, really bright orange red. Just didn't have any of these colors in my collection. I picked up a new glosset. I grabbed their pH bond, and this is their dehydrator. There's two that come in their bond, a dehydrator and a primer. This is just a dehydrator. I ordered a new shipment. I'll tell you that in a minute. This is their lavender cuticle oil, which I've never had before, and this smells very strongly of lavender. So don't get this unless you love the smell of lavender. It's very, very, very potent. Very nice stuff. Never had any of their cuticle oils before besides like a little watermelon pin. And then I picked up some chromes, you guys. These are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm going to show you. I've never really used chrome. I've only kind of watched other people do it, or in little Instagram reels and that kind of thing. So I had no idea what I was doing, which you'll soon see. So I'm going to show you the colors that I picked up and what I thought I would do. I guess I was kind of thinking like of cat eye or something. I don't know. So I bought 6 chromes. So what I did was I got 6 swatch sticks and painted them black, and I was going to chrome the black painted swatch sticks. That did not work out. So then I thought, okay, well, what does it look like on a plain swatch stick that doesn't have anything on it? What about just top coat? Okay, let me do a white with a top coat. So that's what I'm doing here, is just putting some 6 black swatch sticks in the lamp, and then I'm going to swatch the Last Love and Lip Talk for you guys. And as usual, this goes by so fast. So I did just receive, today's July 5th, yesterday was the 4th of July. I took advantage of Notpolish's 4th of July sale, and that box just got dropped off today, and the primer is in that box. So I will unbox that for you guys next with my next the rest of my chisel swatches that I'll be doing for you guys. At the end of this video, I do give you guys a little mini tour of where I'm sitting right now and the noises you hear, which is just a little fun thing for you guys. But I did show you the box also that I got. So here's the Last Love and the Lip Talk. Once they're swatched, I did go ahead and grab my acrylic of the same color to check their match, and they match pretty close. I've heard Mikey say before that his goal is to do a 90 to 100% match on the polishes and gel, and I would say definitely within that range here. So now we're going to get into the chrome shenanigans. Okay, so again, never done chrome. I think maybe a year or two ago I might have put some chrome on something and done it because I watched a tutorial. Yeah, a client asked me for it, and it worked out just fine, so I don't know what was going on here. But Aurora chrome is supposed to kind of give that unicorn look, and this was just green. And I'm like, did I buy the wrong one? Am I doing this wrong? Well, yeah, I'm doing it wrong. So I'll show you guys my mistakes. So you saw how it looked black. You saw how it's looking on the clear swatch. So I'm going to do a white. I'm going to do it on white. But I did notice once I laid it on the table, on the clear one, I'm like, oh, now as soon as I set it down, it's giving the unicorn. It does have purple. And once I put it on the white, it was absolutely beautiful. It was the chrome I was looking for. But right here, when I did it on a clear stick, I'm like, why is it just green? You know, did I order the wrong thing? Because I remember seeing this in a video that someone did, and I remember asking in the DMs, what chrome was that? And they said Aurora chrome, which is what made me start ordering chromes, because I put the Aurora chrome in my cart, and then I saw all these other colors, and I was like, oh, I have to have those. And Now I can see the unicorn effect. At first I only saw the green, but look at this. This is what I was looking for. So I don't know what I will do with this, what kind of set I'll do, but this was so beautiful. And so I thought the rest of the chrome would work like this. Well, it didn't. Any of you that do know how to do chrome and who've worked with it before are probably going to be laughing at me and shouting at the screen like, Jen, what are you doing? Because I just didn't know what I was doing. So I figured it out, but I left that in. Pardon me, I left that in so you guys could see, a learning moment. So I'm just going to show you some of the colors. And my plan was to show you the color, the name of the color, and then swatch it for you like I do with my acrylics. But when I started trying to swatch it, it just wasn't working. And I do know that chrome, you're supposed to use just a little bit, rub it on, and you're supposed to rub it really good until there's really no more powder left, and it turns into that super chromy, shiny look. Well, with these, I would either get that chromy, shiny look, or it would wipe off. And then the chrome look would come, and I'm like, oh, that's what I need to do. I just need to do it a little bit longer and a little bit harder. And then I was like, well, this is literally hurting me, how hard I have to push. So am I gonna have to do this on a client? I mean, because it would hurt. And like, I literally had to stop and take a rest right here afterwards, and I just had to think about it, like, what what am I doing? So this still doesn't look good. This isn't something I would be happy to send a client away with. It's blotchy, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So then I realized, okay, well, what I see chrome sticking to, after I did this one here, and I just was really annoyed, and I didn't plan on using the eyeshadow things either. I was just going to do it with my glove, because it's actually hurts more. But you can see I'm getting the purple chrome effect. So I really didn't know what I was doing. But then I realized, wait a minute, what I see people doing chrome on are like liners, gel liners. So I grabbed a white swatch stick and made 6 lines with a gel liner, all just one color, and then I put these all, and then bam, magic, easy, literally no effort whatsoever. So I'm like, why does it stick to the gel liner and not top coat or white or black? Like, the gel liner isn't sticky. It's a no wipe. So I don't understand that. I don't understand. They're all gel. So I didn't understand why, but yeah, that was really easy. And also, you guys, I know it seems weird, but you don't see me using a dust brush because I bought a new one and it's in the box I'm opening. So I didn't want to, and I had just washed my other one, so I didn't want these chromes all over my freshly washed brush. That's why I was wiping them off with my hand. I know you're supposed to brush it off. But here are the colors. They were absolutely gorgeous, and I'm sure I'll find something to do with them, or at least I'll be able to have them for my clients. Really, really pretty. And so right now I'm going to open up what I got from Temu, which, by the way, I ordered this so long ago I forgot what I even got in it. And it did come separately. I ordered a bit case that I saw Lucy from Acrylicure have. I had to have it. That's what made me go on Temu to get that, because I had my bits in like 4 or 5 different areas, and it was just silly how much time it would take me to organize things and all of that. So I got one big one that fit all of them, which was great. But when I opened this, I just forgot what was in it. So look at these charms. Love them. It just makes me think of duckies or a really long dramatic moon cut set. So I have these to do something with, and I did just share some of these with a nail sister because we're swapping boxes right now. I can't wait to see what she sends me. I love doing that. And then I picked up these bits. And you guys, these are gorgeous. Really, like, I wouldn't say really heavy, but sturdy, good quality, well made. I could see a tiny nick in one of them, which I think is what Temu does. Maybe things that just don't pass muster all the way. Whereas this is something Kiara Sky would sell. I mean, these are very nice. And I probably paid 80 cents or $1. It's just insane. Anyway, I will use every single one of these, so I'm glad I picked those up. And this whole Temu package wasn't even $13. I remember seeing like $13 on there. So if you guys don't order there, I don't know why I don't order more frequently. I think because I get lost. It's like a really deep rabbit hole. And by the time I have found 5 things to put in my cart, I need to click off of there because I feel like I'm shopping too much and I can't afford it. And I just came on there for one thing, and it's just like, a rabbit hole. So I just click off instead of ordering something. It's very rare that I do. And I got this dust brush, which is super cute, and I needed a new one because mine was stained. Like I just mentioned to you, I washed it. It did come clean, but I've never really liked that dust brush. So, I mean, I have my gorgeous red chrome one that I got from Acrylicure that I use and love. But I usually use that while I'm doing a client to dust off the dusties, like when I'm filing. But for like artwork and stuff like that, I don't really have a brush I like. So when I picked this up, I thought it was going to be the same as that flute bit that I got from Notpolish. So I'm like, okay, let me get a cheaper one. It was really sturdy, heavy, and in a little while I will show it to you next to my one from Notpolish that I thought I was getting. These are so cute. They're a little bit small, but imagine them like in a cluster. All the shapes. There were teardrops, stars, so cute. I thought those were really, really cute. And these tips, cannot wait. Cannot wait to do a set with these. And I wish Kendra was coming because she would flip out. I also love the way it kind of has a curve. If you see that coming right off the free edge, how it is a little curved. Oh, I love these. And I don't know, these are like $1. Super amazing. Can't wait to use them. And I don't know why I always forget this. When I order these on Temu, they only come like 20 per pack. So I should have ordered like 5 packs so I don't have to order more. But yeah, these were only 20. But these are my sanitized pouches that I need and use. And I picked one of these up, you guys, because I'm going to show you what I currently sanitize in, which works great, but there is a certain level of annoyance to it. So, okay, I'm going to go grab it right now and show you. So I keep my barbicide and my clean implements in this container. Now, to be able to put my cuticle pushers in here, I have to have the barbicide solution up much higher than it is currently so that it can be completely submerged, because your tools have to be completely submerged. So I'm going to show you right here. I wouldn't put a cuticle pusher in here right now until I fill this up. That's number one. So it has to have a lot in there, and you know you can only use it, you have to change it after you use it. Your container has to be labeled with this label that this has on it, either barbicide or disinfectant like this. So if I decide to change containers, I will be taking the sticker off of this and putting it on the white one. But cool, that works fine. But you see what usually happens is things slip off to the side. My bits get caught under this tray. And that means I have to stick my hand in here to get things out, which means I have to, like, you can't use this after you stick your hand in there, glove or not. So this works, but it doesn't work for all of my purposes. So I dumped it. I'm going to try to get this sticker and put it on there and see how that works, because if I can just dip that stuff in the barbicide, it would be not having that problem anymore. So here's the bit container I got, and here's the Notpolish. Look how much bigger this is than that flute bit. And that flute bit I thought was like the longest thing I'd ever seen in my life. So I'm not sure how much or I'll use that Temu bit. I'm sure it works like a champ, but it's a little intimidating. It's a little huge. So I'm just going to put these away. I'm going to take out the ones, since this is full, take out the ones that I don't use and put in these new ones. And I do have another, I told you guys I had a couple other bit holders that I had. I was able to downsize to just this and one other where I keep other bits I don't use. This is, I love this. Thank you, Lucy, for showing me that. So now we're going to get into the chisel swatches. I'm going to use Chiara Sky Monomer. I'm going to use my Chiara Sky size 8 unicorn brush, and I'm also going to use my black brush because as I go through here, I'm going to swap brushes. So these are not in any particular order. They're not in color order. They're not light to dark. I just grabbed what was on my shelf, because what I'm going to do after I swatch these is then organize it by rainbow color like I did my Notpolish shelf, which this used to be in that order, but you know, as you pull things off and use them or whatever, you don't always put them back where they go. This color is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to let you guys watch. I just realized that I forgot to say, but I'm sure you guys saw, I did get a new art palette also in that Temu shipment. And I also said it wasn't even $13. I think it was like $13.70. I also don't know if that was Temu or Shein. Or Shein. I don't know how to say it. If you guys really need to know, let me know and I'll figure it out for you. But I can't remember who I actually ordered from. So that was a really, really red. This is getting into a berry. And I also forgot to ask you guys how your 4th went. Did you guys have a beautiful holiday? I hope you did. I did not have to work, so I just hung out at home. It was very nice. Well, I was doing these swatches, actually, and I didn't hear any fireworks. I did when I came out of my nail room, but I was doing these swatches while fireworks were going on, and my wife insulated that so well when she built it for me. I didn't even hear any fireworks. When I came up for air from out of there, and I don't mean air because of the smell. Like, I love the smell of monomer. I mean, like, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I really get in the zone when I'm doing nails. Even if I'm just swatching, I lose track of time, all that. Anyway, when I came out, fireworks were still going on, and I was like, wow, I didn't even hear those. We barbecued a delicious steak and some corn on the cob, and it was spectacular. Took a nice afternoon nap, and then I came out to my nail room and did this for you guys. So hope you guys had a beautiful 4th and a happy holiday. And as you guys can see, these chisel colors work super duper amazing. I did count because I wanted to make sure I had enough swatch sticks, and I think I had around 52 chisels. I'm not sure, and I don't recall how many are in this video. I think 20 something. So I will probably be able to, well, my intention, my next video, I dropped this here, but I didn't get a new bead because I just wanted to show you the workability of this product. I've mentioned to you guys before that I find it very similar to Notpolish, and so I just wanted to show you how workable this stuff is. Anyway, my next video, my intent is to swatch the rest of the chisel, even if it's like 30. I just want to do it in 2 videos, and unbox the order I just got for the 4th of July that I just mentioned to you, that I do show you the box of it. It was a large order as far as price wise, because 30% off was a great sale, so I picked up as much as I could, but the box is small. I kind of remember what's in there, but kind of not, so that'll be cool, especially to like leave it wait there, and we'll unbox it together. It'll be a surprise for both of us. And you guys, we're getting closer and closer to 1K. If you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. Make sure you're a public subscriber and get ready for the giveaway that is coming up soon. Also, I'm sure you guys are noticing that I have almost no monomer in my dish, and that is because I'm swatching bright red, berry, and then I'm going to go to a light pink, and then a dark green, and a pale yellow. So I didn't want to have a full dish of monomer and have to either be stuck swatching the same or similar colors. I just wanted to swatch what I grabbed and not have to worry about changing my monomer or ruining, like when I did my last video where my milky white I felt looked gray because I hadn't thawed it out and I swatched my blacks first. So I only put a little bit of monomer in my dish when I was doing the darker colors, so that's why it looks like there wasn't very much in there. And I'm sure I'll think of something else to say in just a minute, but I'll let you guys watch. Look at this color. I love this color. I always forget what I have in chisel. Some of the colors are so beautiful. Okay, so I've mentioned this before to you guys, and you'll see it probably more in the next video, but Chisel is a really good brand, I think, and like I just mentioned again, I think they're pretty similar to Notpolish as far as the way they behave. They are a little faster drying, so if you're a beginner, I would say they're not as beginner friendly as Notpolish is. And the other thing about these is that their color selection is the same or larger than Notpolish. The colors they have available are wild, just so many, and some do have a little bit of marbling. When I get to the 2 neons, I swatch a yellow and orange neon, and they do the same thing as all neons do. They have a little bit of color and pigment, clear and pigment separation, but as soon as you blend it out, it goes away. I would not call that marbling, but there is in my, when I get to the next video and I'm doing my blues and purples and purple blues and periwinkles, there's where you there's a couple of my colors in that color range that do actually marble, where you're getting two different colors out of the acrylic. Excuse me. And another thing about Chisel is they are well priced. At my local nail supply, I pay $14 for each of these 2-ounce colors, and they last forever. Unless you're doing 5 clients a day, these are gonna last a long time. I love this color here that I'm swatching, by the way. But they aren't as finely milled as Notpolish. I definitely noticed that difference. Like, you can see the powder in the jar itself before you even start using it. You can see it's like a little crumbly, or there might be little specks of color in there. I haven't noticed it on any of these swatches, and I didn't stir these either. They've been sitting on my shelf for a while. I don't notice that coming out in the swatch stick. I don't know why I was showing you guys the empty swatch stick here. Anyway, when you swatch a color and the powder hasn't been blended too well, and the little flecks of pigment will kind of melt as soon as it hits the monomer and like leave a streak or a speck or spot in your nail. I see that the powders look that way, but I haven't on the ones I swatched on this video. I didn't see that happening. I can see it in the jar, but I didn't experience it on the nail. But another thing I've also told you guys about this brand is that I've seen some places have them for $11 for 2 ounces. Like if you go on Nail Company Wholesale Supply, $12. So really, really, really well priced. And some of them are super highly pigmented. Like when we get to the neons, you're gonna see that you could definitely mix them yourself. Mix them down a little bit with clear, that kind of thing. And some of them you'll find like little specks of things. There was one swatch that I just did a minute ago, but I forgot to mention it, or I was talking through it, where there's like little hard things in the powder. I don't know if it's just not sifted well enough. I've actually found kind of like a stick in there before, like a little, like maybe it was dropped on the floor and picked back up, like a little twig. Twig is the word. So and sometimes like little pieces of paper. Like there's sometimes debris in the acrylics. So you get what you pay for. Sometimes they're cheaper for a reason, but for the most part, these are luscious. And you might notice as I'm going here, when I'm showing you the names of the colors, the way they structure their collections are like this. So they have their solid line, and so those colors will be called solid 1, like that red, the first red I swatched for you, solid 76. And so those are just solid colors, just like you think it would be. Then they have neons, those are neon colors. And they have glows, those are glow colors. So on the bottom of those, it will say neon 6, glow 2, just like that. And so that tells you if you have a glow or a neon. And then they have their whites, which are called American. Why they labeled and named their white American, I'll never know. There's another one called super white. They have clear. So some of them have actual names, but the rest of them are like a number code. The other thing you'll see is OM. So like this is a solid that we're using here. But if you see any of the colors that... Now, I stopped showing you the color before I swatched it because it was making a mess. It's another thing about these jars is if you turn them upside down, the powder will get into the rim. And when you unscrew it, it makes a mess. So you got to try to keep these upright as well. I don't experience that with Notpolish, so I usually show you the underside before and after. But that's why I stopped showing you the underside before I did the swatch. But I do show it afterwards. What was I saying? Hold on. So they also have a couple of glitter lines. I can't remember. I think it says glitter on the bottom. I can't remember exactly what they call their glitter line. But you'll also, for example, when I was pulling colors off my shelf to swatch for you guys, I had in the pink area a couple that I opened up that were, I think they said solid on the bottom, but they were not solid. They were glitter acrylics. So for the most part, when you go buy these, if you're looking on the website, there'll be a swatch, so you'll know if you're buying a glitter. Or if you're buying them in the nail supply, when Chisel sells a collection to a nail store, they also sell huge swatch rings that come with it. So if you're standing there looking at colors, you'll most definitely have a swatch ring handy to look at, so you'll know what you're getting. instead of buying what you think is a solid pink and getting home and it being a shimmer or a glitter, which happened to me before I knew what I was doing, because Chisel was the first brand I started kind of buying before I knew about Notpolish. And I was kind of lucky to start with this brand because it worked pretty well and I was able to teach myself pretty well. And then right after that, I got into Notpolish. But the other way they label their colors are OM. So you might see on the bottom of the jar, OM76A, OM76B. And what they've done there is they have made two colors that they think ombre well together. So OM76A and OM76B, that collection is structured. The B is your base color and the color that would be at your free edge, and the A is the color you would ombre down on top of it. So if you had OM76A and B would be the color you lay first, and A would be the color you ombre down over that. Now, when I learned that about their product, I did think, oh, cool, what do they think ombres well together? Because again, I was a beginner. So I thought, okay, I'm going to grab OM76A and OM76B. And it's not what you think, where all of the A's would be like a pink or a nude or some kind of color that you would pull down and ombre down over yellow or red or whatever. So let's just say the 76B is white and 76A is pink, to do pink and whites. Some of them are like that, where the color is what you would presume to be matching for an ombre, and some are not. Some are just completely random. So what I decided to do when I bought these was literally, if I like the color, I'm buying it. I'm not buying the matching A or B. If it's solid, it's solid. So I really, for myself, never look at what the name of the color is. I just look at the swatch ring in the store, and if I go in there for a butter yellow, that's what I find. I go to the shelf. If it's called OM76A, I grab it. If it's called solid 1, 2, 3, like this one, or whatever this says, 1, 2, 5, then that's what I grab. So, but if you are, I think, maybe running a nail salon and buying collection, like in bulk for your employees, then you might need to know like that about this brand. But for the most part, it's really only how you would buy it. Like, for example, if you see a color I'm using here that you really like and you want to buy it, and you go on Nail Company Wholesale Supply, then yeah, you need to know it's the color is OM76A. But you don't need to buy A and B, and you don't need to think that they match as an ombre, because I just don't know why they did that, but they did. So anyway, that explains that for you guys. So they don't really have, because someone asked me that before, they told me, well, I think I'm going to like their solids, not the OMs. Well, no, I mean, some of the OMs are absolutely beautiful. This was a glow. And some of the OMA, in other words, like the, say, OM76A, I might like that color and not at all like the B. So I'm going to use the A as my solid base color and not at all as a B or something I would ombre over. Hope that's making sense. But so it would be hard to say, I guess. It would be, and until you learn why they're labeled that way, it would be hard to say, oh, I only think I'm going to like their OM series or their solid collection or whatever, because all of the OMs, not all, let me back up. Not all of the solids are solid, and not all of the OMs are solid. Some of them are glitters. Some of them are shimmers. So it's not, you can't use a blanket statement. That's what I'm trying to get at. You can't use a blanket statement when categorizing this brand. There, that's what I was trying to say. I thought, it's funny too, because when I look at my Notpolish shelf and when I swatched my yellows, I thought, I really need more yellows. I only have like 4 or 5, maybe 8, 10, I don't know. But they're like fall yellows. I only have like 1 buttery yellow. And now I remember why I didn't buy more yellows, because the yellows that I have in Chisel and the yellow that Chisel has available right down the street at my nail supply store, if I need a yellow, I'll just go grab it there. But that is kind of like saying, yeah, I don't ever need any more Notpolish colors. Ha, ha. Let's see if that ever comes to fruition, that I quit buying Notpolish colors. That'll be the day. Did you guys notice that posted not too long ago. First of all, they're coming out with a dust collector. If you guys didn't see that live on TikTok, or if you don't know, if you're not in the know, if you're looking for a dust collector, don't buy one, because Notpolish is rolling one out real soon. I saw it. It's gorgeous. It's going to beat Kiara Skies. Here's an OM. I can't see it because my recording bar's in the way. My voice recording bar's in the way. But they wait. It's like Mikey says, we might not be the first to do it, but we're going to be the best at it. So they wait until Kiara Sky comes out with a dust collector that no one can beat, and then they beat that. So I know, just like they did with their e-file. So I know, especially when it comes to their electronics, that little thing I picked out of there was a piece of the paper that came off the top of the jar. You know how it was sealed. This is one of my favorite colors. I forgot I had this. I forgot how much I loved it. The glow is stunning. The color is stunning. Ugh. I just did a short with this today because I just want to go in my room and use this. It's so beautiful. Anyway, they're coming out with one. I don't know when. They don't tell me that kind of thing, but I saw it. They have one. As soon as I jumped on the live, Mikey whipped it out and said, Jen, look, because he knows I've been bugging him about a dust collector. So they were happy to show that. They didn't turn it on or plug it in. They did say it's rechargeable, and they did say that you can charge your other equipment with it. So if you have a Melody Susie e-file, you can plug it into the dust collector and charge it. So it must have like a USB port or something. How about that glow? These glow just as good as Notpolish. So see how on the bottom it says glow 7 or whatever. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, Notpolish is coming out with the dust collector. I also know they're coming out with one of those table lamps that's like a rainbow table lamp. So not a curing lamp, but a lamp for your table that gives you light for your surface. So the kind that look like a rainbow, not rainbow in color, but it's like an arch that goes across your table. I don't know when that's coming out, but Mikey himself definitely told me they were working on one of those, so that's coming out too. So there are going to be more electronics. And what I was getting at was, did you guys see and notice on Instagram, Tao posted a collection of pinks and nudes that they're coming out with? I had said probably about, I remember it was kind of Halloweenish because it was kind of fall time when I mentioned it on my channel, that a little birdie had told me that Notpolish was working on some stuff that was going to be cool. Tao had DM'd me at like 2 a.m. Guess what, Jen? We're coming out with, they're so personable. Like I've said this before. This is another color that I find absolutely stunning. I think I end up putting a bead just on the paper towel just because I wanted to look at it again. Anything that's like mixed with a gray or white or opaque just gets me. I love colors like this. I would love to hear in the comments too, you guys, what your favorite colors were here. But isn't this beautiful? Anyway, just so personable. I've said before, I don't mean to say I'm nobody, little old me. Like I'm not being Eeyore or being Debbie Downer. I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not anyone, but they're so kind and so nice. For Mikey to remember during a TikTok live where he's rolling out a new product to say, hey Jen, look, we have a dust collector, when I jump on the live. Like, come on. That's how nice they are. And they have stayed no matter how big they get, because I've been one of their customers since they were small, when they first started out, because I ran into them from watching on V's channel, because she got in with them right in the beginning when they were rolling out too. So that just happened to be when I noticed them. But anyway, I just love them. I just think they're so neat. So I know some people say that they don't like supporting big box brands. I do not consider Notpolish a big box brand because they stay small. For them to consider me in anything, consider telling me anything that they do, consider letting me know like ahead of time anything they do, just even thinking of me at all, is so kind. I love that about them. And no matter how big they get, they're never too big for their britches. That matters. To me, that matters. I think they're good people. I've said this same exact thing before, and I'll say it again. I just think they're great people. So this next color, which is an orange, is the last color, but stay tuned because as I mentioned, I do give you guys a tiny little mini tour. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so we can get to 1K and I can give this awesome gift to a lucky winner. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to say my little outro. See you guys next time. Bye. And the little snippet I have here at the end. But thank you for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye. just want to give you guys a visual of the sounds that you hear when I'm doing a voiceover, because this is where I'm usually sitting when I'm doing my voiceover. Right here under my umbrella, enjoying my backyard. My little patio area. It's my favorite spot. I usually sit right here in front of the fan with the misters on, because you can't sit out here unless the misters are on. My salon is right here. I just got my Notpolish order for their 4th of July sale. Just got dropped off on the porch. These are the colors I just swatched for you guys. I didn't put them on a ring or anything because they're not like certain colors. They don't really match. It was just what I grabbed off the shelf that weren't glitters. I have a pile of boxes here because I ship things, so excuse that. I need to organize. And what else? I'm gonna have to pan up and above this way so you guys can't see what's right there, which I'll explain in a minute. But the colors I just watched for you guys in this video were these here. And then these. So that's where I stopped. So what's next are going to be the blues, purples, grays, browns, blacks, whites, taupes, glows, and some glitters. And yeah, what else is in this room is the giveaway. It is here, but I did not show you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.